I am really concerned for our country. We have a great country. We have a radical left group of lunatics out there, just absolute lunatics, and we're going to get that problem solved. I'm only concerned for the country. Yeah.
Mr. President, how do you want to see your supporters respond to this? Charlie Kirk was a big advocate of nonviolence and free speech on campus. How do you want your supporters to respond, sir?
I think that way. He was an advocate of nonviolence. That's the way I'd like to see people respond. Say it?
Did you speak with his family?
I did. I spoke to Erika, his wife, and we had a long talk, and she's devastated. She is absolutely devastated, as you can imagine.
What do you think about the media that justify the murder of Charlie Kirk?
I think it's terrible. They're going to be ashamed of themselves. It's terrible.
Why haven't they found the shooter yet, Mr. President? Are you concerned that it's been 24 hours?
Well, I hear they're making big progress, and we'll have to see what happens.
Do you have any indication of the shooter's motivation, sir?
I have an indication, yeah, but we'll let you know about that later.
Well, the killer was a trained assassin. Usually your instincts are always on.
I'd rather not say. I think progress is being made. He's an animal, total animal. And hopefully they'll have him and they'll get him. What he did is disgraceful. Charlie Kirk was a great person, a great man, great in every way, especially with youth. And what he did, what this man did, was disgraceful. So hopefully we'll have him and we will deal with him very appropriately.
President Trump speaking with reporters there, you see, as he is getting on Marine One on the White House South Lawn as he is on his way to New York. This just coming into us minutes ago from the White House. And you heard the president repeatedly asked several times about this manhunt now to find the suspect who shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk just about 24 hours ago. News, of course, that we brought you in our coverage here on NBC News yesterday. I have Tom Winter with us, Yamiche Alcindor is with us, Mel Zanona on Capitol Hill, Steve Patterson out in Utah. Tom, let me start with you. Nuts and bolts. We'll go to Yamiche on the political reaction in a moment. The president keeping things somewhat close to the vest as it related to what he knows, and presumably, of course, he is being briefed about the twist and turn of this investigation. We know that he was close personally with Charlie Kirk. His FBI director, Kash Patel, who's on his way to Utah, was as well. And the president not revealing too much, but suggesting that there is progress being made.
That's right, Hallie. So the FBI Director Kash Patel is on his way from here in New York City, where he attended the 9/11 memorial this morning, as well as some 9/11 law enforcement-related events. He's flying to Utah on an FBI jet as the president comes to New York City to attend a Yankee game here tonight, as has now been publicly reported. With respect to the investigation, the last update I was just about to say before we listened to the president was at 9 a.m. this morning, so Eastern time. So that's 7+ hours ago at a minimum. And that was the investigation they were willing, or the information they were willing to share then. So you can only imagine the different steps and the different things that they've come up with since that point. They obviously have the ability to continue their video canvas to see where they can find additional spots where this person may have gone on video. That's what's been so fruitful for them so far. They have a palm print. They have a weapon. They have all of those things. And so presumably a lot of work has been done today with respect to this investigation and with respect to where we are now.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.